Sometimes in life, in order to understand things better, we need to just be more relaxed, which is nice, instead of rushing around. So, whenever you're ready, just close your eyes and take a deep breath. And just let any thoughts or feelings from outside just drift away. And I'd like you to begin to feel a sense of relaxation just coming down from the top of your head, around your eyes, and inside your eyes. And just relaxing every nerve and muscle and fiber around your eyes, and letting go of all the images that you've seen today. And I'd like that feeling of relaxation now just to go down around your nose, down around your mouth, relaxing your tongue and your throat. And let that relaxation now come around your ears and inside your ears, feeling so incredibly comfortable and so incredibly relaxed. And I'd like that feeling of heavy relaxation now just to go down around your neck and down around your shoulders, and releasing any tension you may have in your shoulders. And that feeling of heavy relaxation now just coming down through your arms, your biceps and triceps, and down to your elbows, your forearms, and your hands that are resting there very comfortably. And as you're listening to the sound of my voice, I'd like you to feel that sense of relaxation coming down your back, all the way down your back, one vertebra at a time, and down through your heart and your lungs, and inside your body, feeling very comfortable and very relaxed. And I'd like that feeling of heavy relaxation just to come down around your hips and down around your legs, your thighs, the back of your thighs, your knees, feeling more and more comfortable and more relaxed. And any other sounds or movement from outside you can just allow to relax you more and more as we're going deeper and deeper into a wonderful state of relaxation. And in a few moments, I'd like you to imagine yourself going down a set of stairs. And maybe these stairs are from a long time ago, or maybe they're just made up in your mind, and I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And with every number, we're just going to go down one step at a time to a wonderful place of relaxation on the inside. 10. D's, taking the first step down now, feeling so incredibly relaxed. 9. 9. With every step, you're feeling more and more relaxed. 8. 8. Time is going slower and slower at your own speed. feeling so incredibly relaxed on the inside. 7, sit. Your body's getting heavier and heavier now, so incredibly heavier and relaxed. 6, dreaming and drifting now in your own time. 5, just allowing yourself to relax more and more. 4, going further and further down now. 3, almost all the way down now. 2 and 1, all the way down, all the way down. And as you're listening to the sound of my voice, I'd like you to notice how your hands are feeling very heavy, very relaxed, almost as if they belong to somebody else. Or maybe your hands belong to you in the future or in the past. And they're very heavy and very relaxed. And as you're dreaming and drifting now, I'd like you to feel and sense how your body is there very comfortably and very relaxed, and how at the top of your body is a head, your head. And that head is like a sphere, and inside that sphere you have knowledge and ideas and memories, associations, and all those things that relate to you inside that sphere that you call your head. And as you're dreaming and drifting now and thinking about that head, that sphere in which you live, I'd like you to begin to feel and sense how that sphere, the sphere you call yourself, could begin to expand slowly. And perhaps you could begin to envision how that sphere could be turning into a sphere made of rock and stone and molten lava. It's a sphere we're familiar with, we live on it. It's called the geosphere. And I'd like you to envision how heavy it is to be that sphere. The stone, the rock, the lava, moving around slowly, and feeling and sensing the heat inside, the heat of the lava as it moves slowly, reconfiguring itself all the time, and how on that crust, the crust of the sphere, stones begin to crystallize and form rocks, and feeling and sensing this deeper and deeper now. And as you're dreaming and drifting and feeling and sensing how this sphere in the top of your shoulders could be the geosphere, could be this sphere made of rock, I'd like you to feel and sense how this sphere could become something else. It could become perhaps a sphere relating to animals and plants and flowing water, trees, flowers, insects, reptiles, mammals, and all the living things that inhabit this sphere. Perhaps we could call it the biosphere. And as you're dreaming and drifting, perhaps you can feel the green plants and the mycelium connecting all these different aspects of the biosphere, alive with voices and movement, and feeling and sensing how it connects between itself. On the surface of this planet, we call the sphere the biosphere. And as you're dreaming and drifting and considering this biosphere on this shoulder, this huge biosphere of voices, of animals, of feelings and sensations and chemicals that exchanged between plants and animals. I'd like you to begin to feel and sense how there's another sphere around this, an even bigger sphere that reaches perhaps into the air, into the atmosphere, and perhaps connects through our feet, through the ground. And as you're dreaming and drifting now, I'd like you to feel and sense how this sphere is much bigger than the atmosphere. Perhaps it could be called the noosphere, the sphere of knowledge. And I'd like you to begin to feel and sense how this sphere of knowledge is dependent on different systems, perhaps on electronic systems, perhaps on electric currents, perhaps on pheromones that drift through the air. And perhaps this knowledge system moves from one mind to another mind, to another mind, to another mind, and all the huge collection of minds creates this ether that we call the noosphere. Where knowledge and feelings and sensations are connected in such a way that we can communicate automatically through the mind. And as you're dreaming and drifting, we could go deeper and deeper into this noosphere and perhaps realize that this noosphere is made of quantum particles that connect, that are entangled inside our minds, inside our mind, entangled. And perhaps you can envision that somebody, perhaps you or perhaps somebody else, could be thinking or feeling or sensing something very far away in another place, in another country. And that same feeling, that same sensation, that same thought is felt deeply inside of you at the same time. And you can feel and sense how that same thought or feeling or sensation is shared across the world by friends and people perhaps you didn't know. and dreaming and drifting and extending through time, backwards and forwards through time, and dreaming and drifting. And in a few moments I'm going to slowly count down from 3 to 1, and when I reach 1, I'd like you to feel and sense a feeling or sensation that's being transmitted between us across all these boundaries, across all these borders, across the fragmentation. In a sphere of mind. And I'm going to count down from 3 to 1, and when I reach 1, perhaps you can sense this to be an object you can visualize with a shape or form or texture, or smell or taste. And perhaps this object will have traces that stem from our communication together at this moment in time. 3, getting ready now, just to feel and sense the transmission of knowledge, sensations, feelings across time and space between us. Two, just allowing your mind to receive this object, this form, this shape now, and 1, just being aware of this shape in your mind's eye. This shape, this form, this texture, this color, weight, perhaps taste or smell, and any other feelings or sensations related to this communication. And in a few moments I'm going to count down again from 3 to 1, and when we reach 1 I would like you to just grab the clay or other form that you have close to you, and I would like you just to very simply and unconsciously model that form between your hands, the hands that know this object intimately already, and you can keep your eyes closed perhaps as your hands will model this form as a trace of this telepathic feeling between us. 3, getting ready now to model the clay. 2 and 1 now. Just allow yourself to quietly and gently, perhaps you with your eyes closed, or just open them in a very relaxed way, and model the clay that's there in front of you. And as you're dreaming and drifting now, just allowing your hands to model the shape or form or feeling that was in your mind. And perhaps all these shapes and forms are individual, or perhaps they're connected in some way through an invisible thread that connects our minds together. And in a few moments now, I'm slowly going to count up from 1 to 10. And when I reach 10, you'll be wide awake and back in the space you started from. 1, coming back in your own time. 2, 2, feeling your body coming back to a normal state, slowly now. 3, 3, allowing time to speed up to its normal speed again now. 4, 4, coming back now, slowly. 5, 5, on revient peu à peu, coming back slowly now. 6, coming back in your own time. 7, almost all the way back now. 8, 9, and 10, all the way back now, all the way back. Welcome back, everybody. Bonjour. So, as you're coming back, hopefully you've had a good experience. And I think the most interesting part of this exercise will be to hear any comments from everybody, from you, from some of you who've been participating. If anybody would like to share any comments about this exercise and about the possible feeling or existence of telepathic noosphere, it would be great to hear.